Well, he's a man who we all thought was stupid in Bill and Ted and then made us all feel completely stupid in The Matrix, because I'm still confused by that film. The gorgeous Keanu Reeves. How are you going, darling?
I'm well today, thank you. Good morning.
You enjoying Melbourne? Sunshine?
Very much. I came in yesterday, and it was a glorious day yesterday, and had a chance to go have some lunch, and that was nice. And now I'm back to work.
I have to say, we become very sycophantic, don't we? I think interviewers, we say, do you like Melbourne? What do you like about it?
Oh, in that sense.
You know, what do you love about us? Please, are we okay?
Well, you guys are great. It's a beautiful place, and
well, yeah, we want to know.
I want to ask you what you hate about it. So, since you've got here, one thing you've gone. Actually, I'm over that already.
Gosh,
the radio interview.
Oh, that's a really good one to answer. Right? Isn't that I don't have anything really like that. I mean, what's the whole thing with like Causey and Barbie and like the kind of short forms?
Oh yeah,
that's not bad, but that's abbreviating. But it's cunning.
Yeah,
it's great though.
You'd be like Reevesy.
Reevesy. Christmas is what?
Chrissy.
Yeah, right. See, there you go. There's something stupid in that.
Sunglasses, sunnies.
Sunnies. Yeah. But fortunately,
Causey on.
I mean, your first name though is almost impossible to shorten in an Aussie sort of sense. I don't know. It would be maybe New.
Yeah, or the K-Man, the K-Meister.
Keezy.
Keezer.
What, do you have a nickname? What do your friends?
I don't actually. No.
Nothing.
Do you want one?
Well, actually, just like, I don't know. I'm scared all of a sudden what that would be. I have a goddaughter who calls me Kiki.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, that's
cute. Yeah.
That's also what my mother used to tell me I was doing in the bowl when I was learning.
Oh, really?
You do Kikis now?
Right.
Sorry.
We need a new nickname.
That explains everything.
Now, you're here, of course, to talk about this movie, Street Kings.
Yes, yes, I am.
Which is the story of a cop who has a drinking problem, a wife that's dead, a force that no longer loves him, the forces of evil conspiring against him.
Yeah, great role.
And basically, he's going to fix it all with a big gun.
Yeah. But in the film, you kind of there's the perspective that blood doesn't wash away blood, but then there's also a time for violence, and it kind of talks about that a bit.
That's when it starts to get boring. It's a good time for violence. I find. But I did want to ask you that, because I guess from a boy thing, you know, the idea of doing some of those shooting scenes, and you're up against gangster bandits.
Yes.
You know, they are extraordinary now. It's not just two blokes behind a rock going pew, pew, pew. No. This is just like submachine guns ripping through everything. Is that fun?
It's a blast. No pun intended.
Because what I thought is...
But it is. It's just great fun.
And it's all just like... It's not like put in by computers. You stand there and you're firing off blanks and...
Yeah.
The time
I mean, it's, you know, it's pretend violence, but I mean, it's kind of, I guess, kind of speak about what you were speaking about. It is cowboys and Indians in a way, you know? But on steroids.
Yeah.
But when you see, like, chests exploding with, you know, blood...
Oh, what about when that guy's jaw, the teeth come out
in
front of his face?
That was one of the many scenes that I watched through my fingers.
Yeah.
Because I have got a blood thing, and there was so much blood.
There is a lot of blood. The spoon soaked in blood.
But it wasn't gratuitous at all. It was all, you know, important to the plot.
It was. It was plot blood.
Yeah.
Important plot blood.
Lots of plot blood, lots of plot alcohol. You become pretty much obsessed by drinking those little mini bar.
Yeah, my character, he drinks those little minis. And, for me, it was this guy... In a ways, that was the way he could control his drinking.
Right, so it wasn't...
You know what I mean? It was like, if it's just this little one, you know, then it's just a little one. You know, it's kind of taking the edge off. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Have you... I just want to ask you, before maybe what
now
you're
I'm scared again.
Have you ever had one of those in a hotel? You've done a lot of hotels and then just topped it up with water and put the lid back on? Like,
no, I haven't.
Most people, I think, would have tried that on at least once.
How tight do you think he is?
I said before now. When you were a young student, something like that.
No,
Really?
You just pretty much drank them.
Right.
We did a lot of that.
Well, that's card and go home.
Well, I have to confess, absolutely obsessed with The Matrix still. It's still my go-to film when there's nothing else to watch.
Great.
When you finished doing the Matrix trilogy and you were finally able to do fight scenes with real people rather than CGI, was that a relief?
Actually, no. In the Matrix films, we pretty much all of those things. those were all real people.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
so
for the
the
most part, I mean, like, there's that big fight with
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving
Yeah.
with all of the Smiths.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that was me and 13, 13 guys and Hugo.
Oh, right.
For a lot of that sequence.
And they just
Yeah.
imaged his face and stuff on all those people in afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or they actually had them in wigs and tried to make them look as much, because they're just shot so.
far away.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that was like kind of like ballet fighting.
Yes.
And in street
Yeah,
games, it's not. It's more like WWF, if you're familiar with that. It's
Yeah, you
more
grab
like
blokes
hand-
by the balls.
Yeah,
It's
you're
dirty.
choking people.
Yeah.
You're breaking arms.
It's
you're
dirty.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dirty.
Would you say now?
Hard boil.
Would you be a good fighter now, learning all this stuff, or is it just choreographed?
I'd be like one of those guys who knows, just a little too little, but thinks he knows something, so he would be a terrible fighter. Right. So I avoid them at all costs.
An Australian expression we have is to have the shit beaten out of you, mate.
Yeah, I don't want to be in that situation at all. I'd be that guy who's I'd have a movie flashback, just start saying cut. Cut. It's just like, but the director David Ayer actually wanted me to get familiar with violence. He wanted me to be a little more comfortable, so he introduced me to his martial arts instructor.
Oh, wow.
And so I ended up going to the director's house on Thursdays and doing some fighting. My director actually punched me in the head.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Classy.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Well, it's
There's
one
this
way of
kind
keeping you in line, I suppose.
I guess. You built up some really good, deep resentment.
Yeah.
And, but that's what he wanted. He wanted a kind of intensity to come from the character,
Now-
and he wanted me to get comfortable with it.
America's obviously empty right now. We've got you, we've got Robert Downey Jr., we've got Nick Cage in the country. Australia doesn't quite know what to do with itself. Half the countries run to put their makeup on. I'm wondering, in your world, is celebrity a thing where you no longer, it's like a club? Like if you bumped into those guys and you didn't know them, say here in Melbourne, but you still be like, hey, how you going? How you finding your time here?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know Robert. I worked with him.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage, I've run into a couple of times at events, and for me, I'm kind of like I've had the opportunity to be at the Academy Awards a couple of times.
Yes.
And for me, it's kind of fun because, like, during the commercials, I'll just go up to anybody.
Right.
And say, like, I'm Daniel Day-Lewis during Gangs of New York, like the commercial. I just went down and I went, sir, that was just an incredible performance.
So you like that? You're like a fan?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll go up to people. I went up to Michael Caine. Yeah, I went up to Scorsese. So I just kind of, say hi.
And how do they go with that? They're fine?
Yeah, man. Everyone's saying nice things, and you know what it is for me. It's a time or moments when you run into people in those situations where you can just say thanks. You just say, hey man, I love that work. I love this work, and so I like that.
I guess you all kind of get that you're dealing with the same great things about the job, but also the same really average things about the job, a la paparazzi and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's less than average. That's,
Yeah, well, yeah,
that is
forget
just
that.
a drag. Let's see. Let's follow Keanu and watch him pump gas at a gas station.
Well,
Yeah, it's
maybe,
gotten
maybe
pretty
you
weird
do it
in
differently to
Hollywood.
other people.
What?
Maybe you pump gas differently to other people.
No.
He's going with the left hand.
Look at that. What's he wearing? Yeah, I mean, in Los Angeles, that's gotten quite.
It's out of control.
It's a little. Like a couple of years ago, it was all right, but now it's just a drag. But it doesn't happen all the time, and I'm kind of under the radar a bit, so I don't have that kind of paparazzi frenzy weird thing.
Well, we all believe you can fight like you do in the movies. So.
Watch out. Just go into like some Neo pose, Watch out, man.
Why is he pumping gas in slow motion?
And upside down.
Keanu, before you go, and we've got limited time with you, we are actually involved in something that's kind of doing with celebrity at the moment. We're trying to get hold of Oprah Winfrey within a week. She's someone
okay.
very. Have you been on her show?
I have not.
Do you
But
never
I know
bumped into-
people who have.
Right. That's as close as it gets.
Yeah, well, actually, Sandra Bullock was on the show, I believe, just a few days ago. Why? What do you need? What is making contact with?
We just want to
You want to get her on your show?
Just
to
say
have
hello,
to
and
say-
she can hang up after that, and we'll give $5,000 to charity. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that can help.
Ah, well, I can maybe put some feelers out there. I can't guarantee anything.
love
That is fine. Even if you just wink and
But-
say you can use my name and make up a lie, that would be
You're not. I'm scared again. It was like, I won't do that, but I know some people who know some people who know some people, so maybe those people can help you out there.
Well, that'd be
Fantastic.
great. Any
Yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
help would be awesome.
Cheers, mate. Pleasure to meet you.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.